This is a $30 RGB fill light from Amazon. Well, not exactly. This is just a box. This is the fill light. This is going to be one of the things that comes in the box, along with a remote, the charging cable, and a little, I forget what these things are called, but you'll thread it through this hole on the bottom, and then you can put it on your wrist so you don't lose it, make it easier to carry around. And there's a 1/4 thread here on the bottom, so you can just easily mount it on just about any light stand that you already have, or even some quick release plates for your tripods. And this is just the default setting that it came on when I turned it on. It's at 6500 Kelvin, and this is 10% brightness apparently. So let's turn it all the way up and see how bright it gets. That's pretty good. I'm not sure how well it would have shown up on camera, but look at that. So I'm actually going to be comparing this to one of my aperture lights that I got a while back. While this one was $110, this one's $30. And so they can't be a direct comparison because this light is bigger. It's going to be a little bit softer. So in certain use cases, it would be better to use this light rather than this light. I actually have two of these, and one of them I'm using to light this wall behind me. So if I just thread this on here, like so, it lights me pretty good. Now, do remember this is at 100%, and I only had my aperture one at 73. Let's see the color range that it has. We can go a lot warmer, about 2500 Kelvin. Yeah, there's a pretty decent range. I do like that. On the listing, it said that this came with 12 different scenes, so now we're gonna check those out. Scene number 1, it looks to be lightning. There's a small screen here on the back that will show you it's at 100% brightness. It doesn't exactly say what the scene is, but there's a little image here, and I can kind of assume that it's lightning, and it kind of does look like lightning. So my aperture actually has a very similar effect. So let's compare that just because. So this is the aperture. And this is the $30 light. Now this actually kind of reminds me more of the paparazzi effect here on the Aperture MC. It's meant to simulate as if there were people with flashes trying to take pictures of you. But this one reminds me a lot more of that rather than the lightning effect, which is what it looks like it's going for here. This is number 2, which is actually its paparazzi mode, which seems very similar to the lightning one, but maybe a little bit faster. This next one is supposed to be, I think it says red SOS. So I imagine this would be great if you wanted to light a disaster movie scene where the power goes out and they go into the emergency backup power, or some kind of warning signal light. I feel like it would be great for that. 4 is listed here as police car, but it does seem to only be flashing red. So this might be their fire truck preset actually. And the next one, that one adds blue. This one's just blue. So apparently I have no idea what I'm talking about. And this one's red and blue. So okay, one's just gonna flash red, one's just gonna flash blue, which would be great if you had 2 of these. You could have one flashing red specifically, and then the one right next to it flashing blue, which is kind of how some police lights work anyway, which would be nice if you have them in the shot, but like way in the back so that they're blurred out. And this next one is fireworks. I do like that. That's very nice. I love how vibrant the colors are, and the way it fades between the colors is pretty decent. I believe this one is just called RGB Cycle, where it will just cycle through the colors. And then there should be a faster one. Okay, I have no idea what this is. This is scene number 10. It has 2 little dancing people on here. It just seems to be a solid blue light though. Also dancing people. This one seems to be like a party type thing. This should be the faster RGB cycle. Scene 12. This should be the fire preset. I think it has it listed here as candle for some reason, but who's gonna have a candle that's this bright? Let's actually compare it to the Aperture MC one. This does seem to be a deeper, more saturated orange than the $30 light. I think I like the flicker on this one a little bit more because I don't know if you can see it with this one, but at some points in that flash, it kind of just shuts off completely, like there. And I feel like that's not as realistic. And then of course you have all of the RGB colors. It has a full 360-degree color spectrum. All of the colors are super bright, super vibrant. It does move 1 degree at a time though, so it could take a while to actually find the color that you want. But having access to the full 360 degrees is amazing. And you can get extremely specific with whatever shades that you want to use. So your scene can be lit absolutely perfectly. And then of course, just like the Aperture MC, you can change the saturation. So say you just want a really pale blue, or you can turn the saturation all the way up and that'll get us back to the super saturated colors that we had at the beginning. And so with that, that was kind of just like a basic overview of what you're gonna get with this $30 light from Amazon. If you want to check it out, the link will be down in the description. I actually got this on sale, and it might still be on sale when I put this video out, down to $24. So I will try to get this out to you guys as soon as possible so you guys can take advantage of that sale, and I'll see you guys in the next video.